Barkema,
Here.
Jackie Burke,
Here.
Scott Hickman,
Here.
Lynn Lukes,
Yes.
Teresa Mosman,
Here.
Jim Swenson,
Here.
Jane Turner.
Here.
Okay, need a motion to approve the agenda? So moved. Yeah, for a second.
I'll second.
Teresa. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Okay. McPherson and Jacobson, if you'd like to start out.
Outstanding. Not yet. We'll just kind of review what we're going to get done, and then we'll need to go into closed session. By the end of tonight, we should have how many interviews you want to complete, and the dates and times, and we'll talk about the benefit package, and then we will have called the finalists for interviews, and so you'll know who. We'll do all that in closed session as far as setting that all up. What you have in front of you is the packet on everybody that we are forwarding, advancing, we call, for consideration for interviews. As I think I've told everybody now, that we got a text message from one that we thought was very highly of, that took a job in his home state, so you can't blame him for that. But literally 45 minutes ago, we found that out. So that's how this goes. We'll also talk about the schedule. We will, after closed session, then we will come out of closed session. Somebody will have to entertain a motion or present a motion to set the interviews. You don't have to say when they're going to interview, because we'll provide that in the press release, but at least setting the people you're going to interview and the dates that you will be interviewing, but not necessarily which one is going to be where. So after that, we'll be done. We'll talk about the way we're going to do it in closed session. In the closed session, obviously, because we're going to talk about professional candidates and confidentiality with their papers. So I think, does somebody have that motion with them?
So moved.
Is there a second?
And that has to be roll call.
Yes.
Sharon Barkema,
Yes.
Jackie Burke,
Yes.
Scott Hickman,
Yes.
Lynn Lukes,
Yes.
Teresa Mosman,
Yes.
Jim Swenson,
Yes.
Jane Turner.
Yes.
Okay. We're now in closed session.
Okay, to share the names now at this time?
We'll need a motion now that we're out of closed session. Somebody needs to make a motion to interview those for by name.
Okay, by name, got it.
You know the dates if you want to do it. Well, you don't need to.
Okay,
You don't need to put that motion.
That's the only action we need to do now.
correct.
Yes.
Awesome. I can make that motion because I have the names right in front of me. Good. Thank you. You're welcome.
We are in open session.
Is there a bunch waiting?
There's a line going.
Just the press.
That's why I went to my truck. I just.
Okay, I need a motion to approve candidates for superintendent.
I move that we interview Jim Henrich, Sarah Keene, Abraham Mask, and Christopher Anderson for the superintendent vacancy. I'll second that.
Is there any discussion? please say yes.
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 Those opposed, no. Motion passes.
Couple things to finish up. Did you talk at all about being here for any of them?
We haven't yet.
Do you
The
want,
only thing we haven't,
do you want Mike to attend any or all of the interview days for your event?
I don't believe so.
usually that doesn't happen, but it's always a service. There's an extra fee involved, but it's usually this.
I think we're good.
You guys have helped us with our questions and everything else, and we've approved those. I think you
Okay.
guys have done a wonderful job.
Your last interview was on that Thursday. Would you want me to come up later on that evening if you're? We talked on the way up, we were trying to figure out, are you planning to deliberate that evening after your last interview, or were you going to get together on Friday?
I can't get together on Friday.
So
You have to do it after the,
After the interview, yeah.
Mike can come up and all the expenses for the district is his mileage, is the expense to get him here. For that, that's part of our service, but it's just the mileage, okay? He can come help you with negotiating or deliberating your four candidates at that time.
you want that, or you don't need me, that's fine too. So, I think you should come.
I think you should be here.
Okay. We'll plan on that, that's after the last interview on that Thursday. And you're having your regular board meeting before
That's the 10th.
The 10th.
March 10th. I think we're all set.
Okay, couple things, I'll have to work with Josie to get some stuff, other stuff for each group will need a copy of that, I'll show it to you, but then envelopes for each one of them to seal. When each group is done with their interviews, they will have listed the positives that they found from each one of the candidates and any concerns. It'll be listed and sealed in an envelope. We're asking you not to open those until you deliberate your candidates.
So that's Thursday.
That Thursday evening, Josie will collect all those and give them to you that night. That's, your communities, your staff really are volunteering, so please try and take that into consideration when you do that. They are not ranking the candidates for you or anything else. They're just listing positives that they heard from the group. When we're all done with this, the home office will be emailing all of you. I think all they have is the school email addresses. Okay. It's a survey on how we've done. I know we had a little bit of a rocky start, but I think at least we're laughing a little bit.
Yeah.
So, we're okay. But if you could answer that, it really helps, good, bad, and different, it helps.
It's kind of like buying a car, isn't it? They always want the survey, the salesman.
I never sold a car.
It takes a lot of them. And then, what we'll also have to do when this is all done is, I'll have to come up and talk to you, once we get through this, probably when the new superintendent is on staff, July 1st or sometime, one of your meetings, I'll come up and we'll set up a date when I can come with phase 5 to work on the goals and things like that. Now that it's not an election year, so really we can work anywhere after he starts. I'd like you to have the chance to get to know he or she a little bit before I come up, but we'll figure that out. Everything else done on this? That's all, okay. I'll be in touch with you, Josie, as our contact for now. I wish you the best, folks. I'll be honest, I've enjoyed it. I've just had a great time with you guys. You can work together, and this next person is going to be great for you. I think you've got a great opportunity to have, and the 3 I talked to are excited that they're selected. So that's really cool. Abe will tell you, he'll be very honest with you if something goes on up there. You'll know as soon as they know.
I have one question about the questions we asked.
Yes.
We don't ever veer off of that, is that correct? Because
You need to be consistent
Right,
with the
right,
interview.
exactly, right.
Yes. That doesn't mean that you have to be consistent with the follow-up questions. So if candidate A answers it completely and B, I'd really like a little bit more, that's certainly in line. You're gonna start losing each of you and the candidate if you're pushing 2 hours. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just,
Right.
But if a candidate asks a question, and if it spurs your interest, and you say, you know what, can you tell us more about, feel free to go in and elaborate on some of those. The main thing is just to try and keep it pretty consistent with those questions. You can,
I'm gonna email you, Josie, also the don'ts. Was that in your packet? Okay, there's a 1 page. Do you have a copy of that, Nick? We'll just leave that with them. That one, no, the one you can't, the stoplight.
As to where they're going. Yeah, all those kind of things.
Yeah, if you can't ask about the family, but if they share it, then
Right.
certainly, but.
well, here's, and I'll just read them real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
The things that to avoid, and then you can still make copies, an arrest record, citizenship, country or origin or ethnic status, significant other partners, employment or salary, children, child care arrangements or dependents, handicap or health conditions which do not relate directly to fitness to perform the job, marital status or marital plans, type or condition of military discharge, pregnancy, home, car, furniture, ownership, debts, religion, religious practice, age, sexual preference. Things have changed over the years. 40 years ago, this probably didn't even exist.
I know, yeah.
I'm gonna leave this one with Josie also. It's a comment point.
Okay, before we adjourn, I'd like to ask on our next regular business meeting on the 10th, what time do you guys want to start so we can get it done before our first interview?
Well, the interview's at 7, right?
Correct.
We're gonna have a lot on the agenda. Can we get done in an
What's on
hour?
the agenda?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Make it short.
You want to try 6 o'clock?
I'm good at 6, I'm 5:30, go ahead.
You might have negotiations.
But they'll just present.
Yeah, so that won't take long.
That doesn't take that long. We have someone to hire, you know.
Is 6 o'clock okay with everybody?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Okay, all right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Jim, second. And is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
All right, we're adjourned.
Well, thanks, Matt.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Good
Good
luck.
luck, things are gonna work out great.
Thank you.
Enjoy your trip to Florida.
Do you have an idea of the
Thank you. Thank you very much.
When you leaving?
Won't hesitate
Now.
5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep, 2 in the morning.
Where are you going, Jackie?
I know
Oh.
her.
Thank you, yeah. I talked to my brother.
Okay.
I took him,
Yep. Yep.
Eric.
See, Daddy announced this. Okay.
Bob wasn't in, so I
8 o'clock?
yeah, yeah.
Are they on Big Ten? You are a man of so many words, but I understand everything you said.
I'm just happy that you're
Oh, yeah,
at
yeah,
this meeting.
yeah. But it was very emotional.
Okay, you have a good night. You too.
And they have good candidates.
I'm good, how are you? Yeah, Teresa. What, Derek? Oh, really? He's a really nice guy. It'll be fun. He is a good liar. Not really. I'm actually getting nervous. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully it'll go good.
Okay, open night, I know that was the opening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll put it on the agenda. And that's all I had so far. And then possibly you're supposed to get down.
That's, yeah.
Yep. Well, there is a
Have a good night.
policy that you can't do anything on Wednesday. That's all I
After
know.
such and such a time.
After 6:30.
Yeah. We discussed if we could change the hour.
Yep, yep.
That will have to be, no.
Okay.
That might, maybe.
I think we should just leave it on Sunday.
Yeah.
I think we should leave it
Oh,
on
really?
Sunday for now,
Yeah,
see
yeah.
how well it
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there is a policy and
Right.
we have to amend.
And you have to do it twice, I know we have like a month process.
No. Hey.
How are you? Peggy says Reno still work there?
No,
I really enjoyed it.
yeah, that's fine, whatever you want.
I don't know.
You have my cell phone in the office, so. Yeah, that's what you've been, I just wanted you on my phone, you can tell my cell phone.
I think so, too. So how long have you been with the boat?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So where are you from? Okay.
I don't know, do I wanna know?
My oldest
It's the way they're
daughter,
playing right
my
now.
husband and our grandkids live in St. Charles.
Are they?
They used to live in Downers Grove. They moved to St. Charles. We get out there.
To our condo.
We love to go down.
Oh, really? Come on, come on.
I think it's supposed to be more or less Sunday.
Sure.
We've
My
got,
emails.
I know.
we got spring training tickets on Friday afternoon to,
I hope
there's
that-
a field not very far from where we live, it's the Pirates.
How
We're
much?
gonna go down to Union
Step up.
15 minutes
All
on
right,
Saturday.
thanks.
The Yankees spring training.
But this guy here, he's the main guy. He's the main guy.
Yeah.
I'm a nobody.
I know, but March is just.
Huh?
Yeah, the
Oh,
smiling,
yes.
consistent. They, yeah, they're, yeah.
Oh, really?
You know, but,
Yeah.
yeah.